So I did the new West Side Comedy Club, and it was I just the perfect layout. And I also love too. It's right around the corner from the Beacon Theater, so I've gotten to play there a couple of times. But what I also love is if I was a young comedian starting out, it's really like this motivational thing where you walk out and then you walk around the corner and there's the Beacon Theater, and you can kind of be thinking, someday maybe I'll be able to play that place. That's the type of shit that used to get me motivated when I was starting out. Although I don't know about playing theaters. I think it was just seeing Caroline's Comedy Club, because when I was starting out, like, nobody played theaters. It was like Cosby played theaters, George Carlin, like, you had to be like a legend. Joan Rivers. Those people played like theaters. And, for most comedians, when I started, I think it was, the dream was to just sell out clubs. The dream was to sell out clubs and to get a sitcom built around your act. That was the dream. And then somewhere along the line, it switched. And a lot of people talk about, social media and blah, 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 and all that. I think the biggest thing that is created, one of the big things that people forget as far as like how all of these comedians now are big enough of a draw to play theaters. I think one of the best things that happened for comedians that nobody brings up is Napster. And online file sharing, air quote, sharing of music, which was really stealing music, that completely destroyed the music business and their ability to make stars. You remember Virgin Records? Remember you would go in there and they had that little CD listening thing, and they had like the top 10 or the top 20 CDs, and there'd always be like a new band in there. It's like they were feeding, bringing new people in. And once Napster came out, and then there was the LimeWire and all of that shit, and then iTunes and all of that, what happened was, am I going to use this term? There was an arrested development of new, like, when you look at like the amount of bands that broke through in like the last 10 years that were suddenly able to sell out arenas, it's like a handful of bands or people like Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, was that 21 Pilots? There's very few that got that big. At least not as much as they used to, I feel. I might be completely wrong on this, but if I'm not mistaken, there was like the MTV Music Award had like the same five artists for a long time, were with a few new ones, but like Jay-Z, Kanye, and like, I don't know, I'm not so good with all of the youngest people stuff, but they stuck around forever at those music awards because there was not these new people coming in. Usually for somebody to stick around at a music award for over 10 years, I feel like there was only a couple of bands that could do it, but they had to keep those people from 10 years previous because they all got knocked out. And then I'm going to get to a point here. So everything became a quick little bullshit. I don't want to pay for it online. And I think, and everybody who went online either wanted to fucking watch someone do something incredible on a skateboard, some X Games shit, or you wanted to watch people fail and you wanted to laugh. And I feel like stand-up comedy fit into that. Set up, punch. It was quick. They made you laugh. You fucking moved on. And then I think comedians slid into all of these theater gigs where all of these bands would have been playing. I'm not talking arenas. I just mean like theaters. I might be wrong on that one, but I think if you look at the graph, as the music business imploded, comedy went through the fucking roof. Then also with technology, how comics could just keep putting out these specials. And then Netflix was another big thing. But everybody talks about that, but nobody seems, I don't know. I think the music business completely imploding also helped out stand-up. It created a void. I don't know. You like that? You like me discussing the ins and outs of ticket sales?